of viewers, I am Jerome Delalavi, a lecturer from the Department of Agricultural and Biosystems Engineering. Today, we have an alumni innovator here with us who is being featured for the College of Engineering newsletter for the month of June. And the month of June happens to be the alumni spotlight. So today we have with us an alumnus of the college in the person of Mr. Theodore Ohene-Botchway, and he is from SATEC. Sit back and enjoy the conversation. So Theodore, tell us something about yourself. Our viewers want to know what you do and what you're about.
All right. So, like you mentioned, my name is Theodore Ohene-Botchway. I studied mechanical engineering here at K University, graduated in 2017, and for my undergrad, and then started in 2013, graduated in 2017, and I was a teaching assistant, mechanical engineering. So I was a TA2, Professor S.P.O. Sofori, and then Professor Francis Davis, mechanical engineering. I specialized in production, design and production mainly. And soon after that, I started a business, SATEC Company Limited, with another alumnus, Jeffrey Boachia, PhD, who studied Agric and Biosystems Engineering. I think he's your mate. And 2017, and then we started SATEC after national service. We actually registered September 20th of our registration was out to September 20th of 2018.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Suppose, yeah.
Yes. I think most of the dates you mentioned, resonates with me as well, because Jeffrey was my mate.
Yes.
And I think at a point we had some joint classes together.
Yeah, we did have some joint classes. I was the class rep for mechanical from 2013 to 2017. I think Jeffrey was at the initial stages. He did mention that
course rep.
Yeah.
Yes. As
Yeah.
well.
So we had a lot of classes together. So my engagement with Jeffrey started way back from 2013, and then as time went on, we discovered we live maybe in the same area, not far from each other, and then eventually.
Oh, that's good. Because Jeffrey was also a course rep and had that thing with him, the innovation thing with him from the start. So it's good to know that you guys bonded in the early beginnings. Yeah. And so you became a TA sometime in 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
And usually when students finish school, they become TAs.
Yes.
Usually the next point of call is to further and do the masters or travel outside the country.
Yeah.
Little, a few of them would think about setting up their own businesses and all of that. What was the spark, or what was it that got you to go into innovation?
Personally, my reason for becoming a TA, I didn't have any intention to further my education or go into academia. So I didn't even apply for any school whilst I was a TA. Okay. Actually, I had started a venture third year and final year, tail end of third year to final year, where we're providing computer-aided design services for final year design projects on campus. We called it CAD Bureau then. It ran for close to about 2 years, because we ran it, handed over to some like junior course mates we had trained to run it after. So my goal was to actually extend the reach of that and make it into like a fledgling business. After that, that's what initially I was running with. So I became a TA with a goal to maybe study the market here on campus a bit better, see how it will run. So I ran that thing in final year, that venture with final year, 3 of my classmates then. And then I ran it as a TA. We're thinking of extending it to Ashesi some time back. But when discussions with Jeffrey brought along an opportunity that I felt that we could pursue a bit better, because it was then I found it to be bigger than what the vision I had for what I wanted to do, then I think the pieces fell in well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So from modeling into now building something concrete.
Yes.
So what was the problem you identified to be able to move into what you're currently building?
Okay, so one, Jeffrey entered into there was a design competition, I think was sponsored by the Soybean Innovation Lab somewhere around 2016, if I remember very well. And so the Soybean Innovation Lab wanted they wanted to enhance like mechanization, the soybean value chain. By then, like, the soybean was becoming a bit more popular as a grain in Ghana. So Soybean Innovation Lab was driving the adoption of soybean and making it something that we plant more on a large scale. They wanted some people to design machines that then local fabricators, the model was that design the machine so that local fabricators can build and build this, and they push the access of these machines into communities where soybean was being grown. So Jeffrey entered into that competition. I think he got second place, and then it went on from there to final year, where I think they sponsored his final year project for him to design a soybean thresher. So whilst he was, doing that, he had finished final year. In his service year, he was a pupil teacher in Tinsong. Tinsong is after Yendi, like about 40-50 minutes drive from Yendi. And there he saw firsthand that anytime, there was classes were going on, you find that anytime was harvest season and it clashed, the schooling period clashed the harvest season. You come to class and like half of your class is not in school. And so he saw firsthand a problem that something he had been working on could directly address. Something had been working on. So it's like he had prepared for an opportunity that now presented himself. So Jeffrey needed then to sort of like have once he saw the problem, he needed like design work done for what he had done in a way that's a bit more structured, that you can document and communicate. So he got in touch with me. So after I did the first work for him, he pitched the idea to me that this is a problem he had seen, because I had mentioned to him that I wanted to register a design business right after school. That's what I was going to do with my other colleagues that we had started Card Bureau then with. It was like, why not we go into designing agric equipment, those ones who have real value, because there's a problem I'm seeing in the field. What these people need actually is access to equipment or machinery. Yes. So he got in touch. Everything made a lot of sense. I could see the value, the market existed for those things. And then there was I'd say the big partner or a key partner like Soybean Innovation Lab that was willing to drive this. So it all fell in place for us to see, then why not we come together and build a business that to then provide design and manufacture equipment for smallholder farmers. And we settled on the name SATEC. So actually like an acronym. It stands for Sustainable African Youth Enterprises and Technologies.
Wow, it's my first time.
Yes. So it's actually
it's my first time hearing the full name of
Sustainable
SATEC.
African Youth Enterprises and Technologies.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So for viewers, for those of you who may be confused, Jeffrey is a co-founder.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jeffrey came up with the idea, and then you sort of turned the idea, made it tangible.
They work together.
Yes, together made it tangible.
Yeah.
Yes. So for students who may be watching us, it's not just about the theory, it's also about practicalizing what we are taught in school. So is there any moment while you were in school that you got a certain idea and you feel like, okay, this thing, or in converting the idea into something tangible, you made use of certain things you learned from class or certain concepts you learned from class that played a key role in the innovation?
Absolutely. For me, I say that I have benefited a lot from my the program I studied in school and the value it brought for me. I think that I was maybe fortunate enough to already know well enough what I wanted to do.
Sure.
So when I came to school, I was very specific about the program I was going to do. In secondary school, where I was in a science with biology class initially, but I moved to science with geography class because I knew that I wanted to do mechanical engineering. I didn't want to. I had known, okay, this is the cutoff point you need to do mechanical engineering. I didn't have to study too hard. Yes. But when I came to KNUST, then they had Tratec. I don't know if they still, so even first
SRC?
SRC Tratec, trade and technology something. Yes. So even from first year, when I came, what was the first thing I looked out for? I had some of my senior colleagues like Michael Fifa Asante, the co-founder of Dext. I met him there. I met I remember some names. I remember first names. Helen Amorin, I think she's in Canada now. And so those are senior classmates who were doing things that were tangible. But these things had like a very, I would say, were rooted in the things that we're studying in class. It wasn't that if you sort of make more effort to lean towards a bit more the practical things, and you don't have to go too far, because I spent a lot of time at the mechanical engineering labs. So from the get-go, I knew a number of the lab technicians, and so it made some of the theories we were learning in class a bit more close to you, so you could grasp the concepts better.
Yes. So there's it's very important students also get from the classroom, get close to those who are actually doing the practice. It could be the technicians, it could be mentors or people who are already in the field, and then you'll be better.
Because from 2013, 2014, there are opportunities available that you don't even have to go anywhere outside of the college year. We had the first time I studied computer-aided design was in a first year long vac, where there was this company that was doing a training for that time. It was PTC Creo Parametric, and one of my colleagues from aerospace engineering, he had attended the class. I think it was a 200 CD course or something. Then when he finished the course, I asked him for the course material. Then I found the software I had studied. So during the vacation, I taught myself how to do CAD from the course material. And it was something I was already excited about, because then computer design gave me the tools to be able to translate something that's just in your mind or an idea to something that at least you can relate with on a computer screen, then eventually build upon. But one key thing I saw to be very differentiating was that the students that spent more time with the practical tools available at the mechanical engineering lab often tend to have gone more into the practical, like things were a bit easier for them to understand and relate with. And so you're in class and they say something and they understand it, and maybe they're running circles around their colleagues.
That's good. So we need to, you're quite a proactive student, if I can use that word.
I said to an extent, I could have done much, but yes, to an extent, yes.
So it doesn't mean that vacation, just go and be in the house, waste all the time, get something doing.
I did internships like all the vacations that I was in that we had. First year I learned crew. Second year I did I was in an auto mechanic shop. That's what I did. Third year we did it with Swami Magazine. I did my internship at Swami Magazine that I did with ITTU. They attached me to a machine shop. And so by the time I finished, you have a fair idea of how things work, especially in maybe let's say production systems or engines, power plants. Those things were a bit clear. So when you come to class, it's not any concept that's too scary. And even makes, it makes more sense after you've seen the practical and then you come and see the theory behind it. You're able to connect dots.
That's a powerful one, because now students should be encouraged to take these internship
Absolutely.
opportunities
You need to get your ass dirty.
yes, from first year, second year, don't sit in the house and say you're waiting for the compulsory one. That's
No,
the
no,
third
no.
year one. So right from first year, if you can find a garage, you can find anywhere you can get your hands dirty, you do that.
Yeah.
Now let's come back to SATEC. So
Yeah.
what is SATEC into?
Okay, so SATEC designs and manufactures agricultural equipment tailored towards the needs of smallholder farmers. So basically, we're driving productivity for smallholder farmers who are like the chunk of farmers we have here in Sub-Saharan Africa.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you are into producing.
So we make post-harvest equipment mainly now. We do multi-crop threshers, we do grain cleaners, we do dryers. Then we also have equipment in the cocoa value chain. We have a cocoa pod breaking machine.
Okay.
We have equipment in the share value chain. We have a share roaster. And because of our setup, we are able to do some level of computer-aided design services for third-party clients and some level of third-party manufacturing too.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. So the equipment, which one did you start with?
So we started with a multi-crop thresher.
Multi-crop thresher.
Yes.
And it's been how many years now?
So it will be 8 years in September, so it's like 7 years plus now.
Okay. So how has that impacted the people who make use of your innovation?
So at the moment, we have so close to 98 threshers. There's a multi-crop thresher.
On the field, on various fields.
On the various fields.
Across
the highest
Ghana.
density. Across Ghana, we sold to Nigeria and Burkina Faso.
Oh, nice.
Yes, so the highest density of our equipment presently is in Yendi, of the multi-crop threshers is in Yendi. And for one season, one multi-crop thresher estimatedly will serve about 100 farms. And then the work that, let's say, one farmer would do in about 2 weeks, if you take like a field of, let's say, maize, like 1 acre of maize, if you have just one farmer, narrowing everything down to one farmer, and he has to harvest and then maybe he has the corn before they shell with their hand if they are doing it manually, or those who may pack into bags and beat with sticks, that's for maize. That work will take him maybe 2 weeks to do, get 1 acre of produce done, and maybe get about 6-7 bags. If the yield is very good. But a machine can do the same work in 2 hours.
Nice.
Under 2 hours, you have the same. In under 2 hours,
so
you have the same work. So like that's so much productivity, about over, maybe 60 times of what you'd have done manually. And then for even the same machine, you have the ability to do several crops. So like the same machine can do soybean, can do rice, can do cowpea itself, interesting, and then even sorghum.
Interesting. So what has changed now? When you started the multi-thresher, when you started, what was it like? And now what has been the modification or improvements that has come in?
There have been we are presently right now on the 3rd generation.
Okay.
Yeah, and
so more like the 3rd version.
The 3rd version. Okay. And we work closely with other partners in doing this. So mainly Soybean Innovation Lab, and then a linkage with some of their local fabricating, because in doing manufacturing or production, you often need to understand the supply chain. It's not just about maybe designing the equipment and making the equipment. You also need to design the process that is needed for you to pull off the manufacturing. And you find that what it takes to build one is not the same as what it takes to build 5, then 10, 20, 30. Right now, we're making a batch size of 30 threshers. Okay. The level of efficiency and supply chain and procurement activity has scaled up. So when we started the first version, it was mainly a single blower powered system with one main drum and an 18 horsepower engine. It was still mobile. You could tow it with a motorcane or a tricycle, some people call rickshaw. Yes, you can tow it with that. And that version, it was okay, but one of the key things that disturbed it was the cleanliness that you could get out of the grain, the level of So within that same generation, working with Soybean Innovation Lab and some of the local, were able to add a secondary blower to it. It improved the cleaning to an extent, but we had issues in the weight of the machine and how heavy it was. And so in the next iteration, we moved to one design that we worked on with another local partner. That one had an agitator or like a shaker mechanism inside, and that one helped to improve the cleaning much. But that was also much bigger. The output was higher than the first generation, but the center of mass of it was a bit high. So we had situations on the field of maybe the machine toppling. So we had to then move to the third generation, which we are on. It adopts concepts from the second generation, which we still have a shaker mechanism, but it has a much lower center of mass. And then we have the output is much the same, and the performance in this one is much more improved. And we've done changes in the design of the drum. We've done optimizing the weight. The powertrain has remained the same, but we have even improved, where right now we have an optional add-on blower for the early season maize. Because you see, in the bimodal maize cycle here in Ghana, for those who are harvesting maize maybe in the wetter season, you find that during that period the moisture content is a bit high, and so the chaff element impurities are a bit higher, so you need like an additional blower. So we have like an add-on blower for this third generation that we have to help improve the clean efficiency. And what we have also now, we've created segments for this same multi-thresh, because taking feedback from farmers who, end users of our machine, we found that some people want a much smaller size, maybe specific kind. So we have a maize sheller that is much smaller for just maize. We want to be able to do maize sheller, small rice thresher, maybe cowpea. Then that will help us maybe enter into the groundnut value chain. The groundnut value chain is next something we want to do next year when you start producing equipment from the groundnut value chain. But you are, as you are producing, you are also studying the market to understand what the market wants, what's the feedback. But is even besides doing this smaller maize sheller, and we have the multicrop thresher, we now have a bigger tractor powered equipment. All of this we've done, very much in conjunction with other partners.
I guess it's all part of the innovation process. You come up with
the
idea, take it to the market, get feedback, you improve on it. So what are some of the challenges you faced from the beginning and how you've overcome them?
I think the entrepreneurship is like, someone said, I remember that, you are, it's a process of trying several things until you find something that works well. And then at that point, you are thinking of becoming a corporation. And so you have like several scales of problems. There are problems that you face when your team size is 5. There are problems you face when you are 15. And there are problems you face based on the volumes you begin to make. And, capital is one thing they always mention, but it's just like the air you breathe. It's always there, something you have to deal with, always have, measures you want to attend to that. I think that first of all, in the earlier stages, you had to deal with where people were willing to trust that, what you have is good. And what measures do you have in place that, you make an equipment, maybe it goes to the field, there's an issue. What do? You have to respond, or maybe we've had to do even product callbacks and replace with newer generations. All of those things can be, very demanding emotionally, financially, because, you have people who you don't know what you are doing. But it is, experiencing and overcoming these failures that you tend to improve and have something that that, this thing, if I send, I don't have any issue. You can call me anytime. I know this thing will not give you any because So we had some of those challenges at the initial stages, but we overcame those. We started very small, and we were using first. We started off we're doing design services. Then that time we're somewhere around UITS.
Okay.
UITS around commercial area. We had
okay.
we come to campus and then we just sit there, do something. And that time we're doing mainly design work. Then that was around 2018 September. After March of somewhere around June of 2019, we started production. That time we had won the iShow competition and we had some money from there, so we were able to set up some production in Swami Magazine. We hired a fabricator there, and then with our design we made about 5 units, and then after 5 units we made those ones. So then there were some issues that we had to go to the field and address. Then from there in 2021 we saw that we had to 2020 to 2021 we had to work on the next generation. That was the second generation. That one we partnered with a fabricator in WA, and so at that time we're producing from WA. Then post 2021, whilst we're doing that, we decided to get a place at Ejisu. So at Ejisu we got like a 500 square meter place, so that around late 2021 to early 2022 we moved into that place and we started production from that. We are still there now, but we're trying to get to a new place about 1,500 square meters. Where so from there we tried doing like 5, but that time we're making to order initially. 5 making to order. There were challenges that came with that. Then we moved to when we came to Ejisu, we started doing like a batch of 10 in 10s. And so at that time we were moving gradually from make to order, where we have the equipment ready, a client comes in and then they pay and then they can take their machine a week. And so during that time too, the challenges are a bit different. How do you meet orders and how do you find money to make sure that you put a lot of money in inventory? It means that at that point too, your balance sheet needs to go up, and so you are spending a bit more. You have to hold more stuff for a business that has some seasonality with it. So there have been these challenges, and as and when they come, you have to improve, and also having to improve on yourself as a business founder, because you find that the mindset you need to run a business is changing every time. New things are coming. There are new competitors. How do you still stay relevant? The market is changing. People want different things because now they know that what you have is available. They are looking for the next thing. Oh, can you make it smaller? Then how do you manage R&D with this? Then they are like, oh, this is breaking down. This is giving me an issue. How do you address this and always sell convenience to your client? And then understanding what are the needs of your clients and improving upon those to address. So I don't know if I've mentioned a few things, but I'm trying to paint a picture that the challenges are always there, and in learning to overcome them, that you build a much stronger and more viable business.
Yes, as an innovator and entrepreneur, I'm sure you come across them all of the time. But I'm sure there are certain days you sit down and say, why did I have to put myself through this? I could have probably gone to get a job, get a very good paying job. I go 9 to 5, I come back, I watch TV and sleep.
It's true, but there's a gap in the system. Some people are closer to the gap and they will see it more. They see what the challenge is. Some people are maybe farther away from the gap, so maybe they may not appreciate the challenge that maybe some people will face. So if somebody is closer to a gap and they see the gap, the way they may respond may not be the same way as. Yes, there are days that you may think about that, but quickly Paul may come or something may come, your mind switches, and you know that what you're doing also has some value to society. Obviously, you see it, and it's not like maybe it's not making money. You are making money from it and also seeing growth in what you are doing.
So how do you deal with competition? Because in our space, somebody sees you doing this, everybody wants to jump on to do the same thing. So how do you deal with
competition?
that?
Is you have to be prepared. Business is war. Business is war. You have to be prepared for it, and you have to understand that, you see, you are not competing. We in our business, our mind is not local. We don't want to be the best in Ghana. We want to be the best on continental level, from there going global level. And so the thinking that you are putting into your business is a bit different, because you see, the level of study you need to do into the market, understanding what your customer needs, and being able to quickly adapt to then meet this thing would mean that, because where there's more competition, at the end of the day, is a consumer that benefits.
Sure.
So it's not like competition is bad, but you need to position yourself well and differentiate yourself. And so the onus or the responsibilities on you, the entrepreneur, to know what can I do to always have, like, a sharp edge, and to be ahead, and to have, like, the advantage that you ahead. That one there, yes.
That's good. Yes. And so in the next, AI is changing a lot of things. In the next 3 to 5 years, what are you guys envisioning?
So
as far as your innovation is concerned.
So aside building equipment, one of the things that we've been really doing, really, it's one, you see that farmers never work alone. There are several, stakeholders or other players in the ecosystem that farmers operate in. So one of the important things for these people has been like data. How do we get a lot of data from farmers? How much are their outputs? How do we even ensure that this data we have is actually accurate and things? And we discovered early on that the equipment or these assets are actually like focal points to actually gather a lot of data. So from the get-go, we decided to do something in the IoT value chain, where we're adding sensors to the equipment to be able to, one, retrieve information from the field, the weather, the location of the machine, when the machine starts, when the machine stops. We implemented something like a first stage in 2021. We did like a second stage later on, but we've had challenges in that place. But that is going to be like a key driver in our business, because it's one thing making the equipment, but our equipment need to be smart enough where we're gathering enough information on where our equipment is to be able to, one, give insights to the market. The market involves like several players, like the farmers, those who are buying from farmers, those who are working with farmers, that we want to be more like the number one person with the actual data from the field, pairing that with geospatial information. So that's one of the things that has influenced Jeffrey's data science. He's doing his PhD in data science now. And so next 2 to 3 years, that's where we are. It's not just making machines, but we want to make machines and then own the market insight, understand really what's happening, and back this with data. This is what farmers are facing, this is what they need, and this is where the information is coming from. And the equipment are like the focal point to have this in on the ground to be able to retrieve that information.
I think it's the way to go, because if you look at the way the agri systems run, most of the equipment are imported by MOFA.
Yes.
And after 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, the machines are broken down because we don't know how the machines work with respect to this terrain. And so if we have yours that has collected data over the years, and you're able to optimize the system for our terrain, I think is a way to go.
Oh yes, absolutely. I understand why maybe MOFA would want to import from outside, because scale. Scale as well. Scale. But I think that companies like ours are positioning ourselves to be able to meet whatever scale. Because when we move to our 1,500 square facility, we should be able to output annually about 200 equipment and even assemble up to 1,000 equipment if we get orders above that. We can produce from elsewhere and come and access. And we are looking at the sub-region, not just Ghana. Yeah.
So let's come back to KNUST.
Yes.
Many fun memories from.
Oh yes.
Yes.
There were quite a lot, but I had some, I had, like, let's say I was a student and then I was a class rep for 4 years.
Yes.
So all the way I had, like, let's say at least some doorway to lectures. So I could see the school, or like, the school system from like two angles. Then I became a TA.
Yeah.
And so then I was sitting in the chair of a student. Then now I'm sitting as somebody who maybe is more like
close
supporting the lecturer. And so I had like a unique opportunity of seeing the school from, two angles. And for me, I think that I've benefited a lot from this school. Like everything I studied from KNUST, I have really, ripped fruit from it.
Yeah.
Yes.
You had a nickname. How did you get that nickname?
OBT. Let's work on OBT, but it's all the way from JSS, just my initials. It's all the way from JSS, Ohene-Botchway Theodore. So most people call me OBT. So
how about T-Bread?
Nobody called me T-Bread.
Really?
Are you sure?
Okay. Very well. That's fine. So any final words for students? Final words for students who are watching us?
Yes.
As an innovator.
I was speaking with, there's this batch of, I think there are about 3 students from agric engineering, or 4 from agric engineering right now doing their internship with us. Some of them are being like repeat interns at our end. I was telling them that, when you look at the trend of the job market here in Ghana and even locally, and what has come right now, is that in today's world of AI is everywhere. It just means that now there are new opportunities that are coming, and there are far more new risks that are also available, accompanying risks that come with this, that they need to be prepared a bit more. Because already, we are too aware of the fact that, there's just a limitation to the number of jobs. This is not to scare anybody, but the key things that students need to be doing today is to differentiate themselves individually. How well can you apply the tools? How much skills do you have beyond what you learn in class? And how well can you execute those things? It's not about, so I know how to do MATLAB. Fair enough. What can you do with it? How can you execute this and bring value? You get it? Oh, I can do CAD. It's good. What can you do with it? How can you execute? What value can be derived from this? Because more and more people may be willing to look beyond just the fact that maybe you have the certificate, but what skill can you actually do the work? Can you actually? And so I would say that for students, there needs to be a lot more focus on how do you differentiate yourself to ensure that you are a valuable product of the school. Ensure that what you're studying in class, you can really translate that into value outside of the classroom, value that people are willing to pay for. That should really, set you apart and help you in whatever area. If you want to go to academia, it's good. There's value in there. If you want to go into industry, yes, there's value there, but you need to differentiate yourself, absolutely, because the opportunities are more, but there are risks too. And the fact that, like I said, with AI, everybody's seeing it. Everybody's seeing it, that there are things that you probably may have needed a team of 3-4 couple of years back. Now probably a team of 1. Now to where maybe there may be a need for no team at all, and then it's agentic and somebody sleeping down. How do you then deal with such a world? And so you need to position the responsibilities on you as a student.
That's very profound, because AI is taking a lot of jobs, whether like it or not.
It's creating new jobs too.
It's creating new jobs as well. And so it means that the students have to position themselves. Just don't use the AI for just your assignments or writing.
Assignment is just
basic. Yeah, so
the number of
capitalize things, and then make use of the AI.
Absolutely.
Differentiate yourself.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. The number of things that, where was it? Was it just 2 days ago or yesterday? I saw one Dubai-based company, I think Neuron. And Neuron has been able, they gave an AI a task to develop, I think it was a jet engine, and then manufacture it. They gave it all the tools, design and manufacture and test. There was a YouTube shot, so I hope that is. But yeah, from what I saw, it was like it had done something that the product could not possibly have come from like human agent. So like there's a lot of enhancement, but you have a situation where like an AI tool is taking the place of what would have taken teams, maybe a couple of months, teams, but one AI is sitting down doing the thing in 2 weeks, from design to production to testing, and then going to phase 2. And so the value that this brings alone, and what is challenging, because somebody sees that they are thinking about, I don't need 20 people to do this. I can do it with maybe 8 people and with these resources to compare it. Who are these 8 people going to be? Who are these 8 people? What happens to the remaining 12 people? And how are those 12 people going to survive in this new economy? And so there are real things that they need to see. There are real things that they need to see.
I forgot to ask, but we do Sankofa. So are there any awards you guys, any recognitions you've had? Any?
Oh yes. It's a couple, like, you know, we've had a very first award, like was ASM, American Society of Mechanical Engineers. They have an innovation show that they do for hardware startups with social intervention that have social impact. So in 2019, we're one of the winners with Incesi Tech, and then one Kenyan company. We're one of the winners, and then we've won like I think 2 awards from GHI 2020, I think 2023 for like I think enterprise in engineering practice or something like. I don't remember it very well. We won awards from the UN Economic Commission for youth in SDGs. We've won awards, like, you know, a number of people organize awards like Tech Startup of the Year. We've had that one from I've forgotten the organizers. You know, there are a couple of awards that we've won by Kia, like ASME, GHIE, and this from US. Oh yes, we had a grant from mainly. I mean, some of these awards came with grants, like the ASME came with grants. We had grants from some from USAID. We've had grants from Agra. Yeah, we've won. So of course, I even forgot. We've won an Agra award too before. It's something. Agri hack. I don't remember that award so well. It means
that you don't, as an innovator, you don't. People say you need capital. You need capital. Do students need capital? Personal capital to go into innovation or start a business.
Yes.
Can they leverage on some of these grants?
Absolutely. I mean, so far in terms of grants that we have gotten, we are nearing somewhere around $186,000.
Wow.
If I'm not mistaken, but I'm our CEO has more of the figures. I'm more operations side, so yes. And you see, when we started SayTech, it was myself and Jeffrey. We needed like only maybe 1,000 cities to put together for our stated capital. So we started with that, but we were lucky enough to get a gig right at the get-go to do some design work. So we did that design work, and from that we bought our first laptop. But we before then we're using our own like personal laptop. So you already have like tools, and I would not say that you don't need capital, but I would say that there's already some capital that you can garner. You need this social equity. Depending on how you carry yourself and who you know, you can get some things done in a way. Whilst, you know, it could be a limiting factor, I don't think that we need to establish it as like some blockade that I can't start this because I don't have the money. No.
All right. So start with what you have.
Start with what you have. Start as small as you can. You see, because you start as small as you can, you try it. If it not work, you know what you have to change, so you don't have to lose so much. But if you are waiting to maybe, have it in a certain way. I mean, you may not start with like, an air-conditioned place. Like we have had a shop and magazine, but you build and build upon it, and you understand that, with that grit and persistence, you should be able to pull off something. Yes, be comfortable with, starting small so that you can build upon there.
I think we've learned a lot from you today. I hope the students have also learned a lot.
I hope so.
Any few words for the rest of us, Care University community lecturers and workers?
Our relation with Care University has been, very nice. We've had like works with TCC. We've done, of course, works with our Greek engineering department, and recently we did something with the Care University and Aston University on an African Agricultural Knowledge Transfer program where we're building like a solar, KTP. And so I think a number of this, industry versus academia collaborations are very good. They really help to build, and I would say that our close connection, especially with our Greek engineering department, has been like a very good stream for us to get like very good talent to support the work that we do. And so I like how the school has, really improved. From when I came here, it's like, this was just 2018, but where is this? This has changed. This is not how I remember this more to have been when I was a student. And so I think that kudos to like the university management and all the good work that the school is doing. Even this is a very interesting avenue. I don't know if they were doing this whilst we're in school, but I think that this on like maybe a more like a broader scale, like you have it here now, would at least sow the seeds that some people would need to improve their things. So more good job.
All right. So many thanks to you. Yes, we also thank the provost of the College of Engineering, whose idea you are here today now. Yes, with a newsletter and interviews and all of that, headed by Professor Jikunu from Materials Engineering. Yes. So we're excited you came. We hope that when we knock on your doors, you would open them to us.
Our doors are always open.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
So viewers, this is where we come to the end of today's Alumni Spotlight. We spoke with Mr. Theodore Ohene-Botchway, who is an alumnus of the College of Engineering and a co-founder of SATEC. They are into producing post-harvest technologies and primarily producing multi-threshers. And so we'll say bye-bye to you all.